I'm Katrina, and this is Sow and Tare. Today we are using a cold frame. So I actually got this from my dad when I went over for Thanksgiving, and he was like, hey, I have some stuff, you want it? And this is one of the things. So I think he said he used it once, maybe twice, but this is a cold frame. It has a lid that goes on it, and then it can actually vent, but we were going to take it apart, and I'm like, why? I'm just going to put it back together. It fits in the car. So we put it in the car and brought it here. This is the body of it, and then these are the lids. Decided not to take it apart because I would just have to put it back together, and I had room enough to do this. Now, I do have a bunch of plants. You found me. You found me, dude. I don't need you to sit on my head, though. All right, hi, that's better. I do have a bunch of plants I got super cheap on like on clearance because it's the end of the year, end of the season at least, and that was like a month ago. So I actually have them underneath the or on the porch underneath the awning, and I had them out. I had them out when I was when it was raining, and then I brought them back under. It's been cold, all that, so they're climatized just fine. I just want to give them a good head start, and this is not their permanent home. I do want to get them kind of in the ground so that they grow and have some good nutrients and all of that, but this is my solution right now, is I'm going to put them here, and we will look at that as a transplant later, and I'll be using this cold frame for other you know, for seed starting and stuff like that later. So this is my first year dealing with gophers, so I'm going to show you what my solution is. You guys tell me if you think he's going to work or not. All right, I don't think he's going to like this because I'm going to let go of him. You going to go all the way up? Okay, so my solution for having gophers is to use wire. Now I have a lot of leftover wire pieces. This is 1/4 inch hardware cloth. I have some 1/2 inch right here, and I have 1/2 inch coated wire, and then I also have some of the 1x1/2. So I think any of these will be okay against gophers, and I think I'm just going to kind of layer them. So, dude, you might want to get off. We'll see how this works. I'm going to put this in first, just because it's kind of an awkward sized piece. Actually, I can cut that. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to come back with cutters. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one. Got my snippers here. And I'm go right up to this cut. It's one of the do as I say, not as I do. Alright. We're gonna lay that down. A good idea for this project, and this is meant to be a temporary thing. Watch out, dude. All right. There's another piece. Here it is. Hi. Hi, mister. Okay, this doesn't cover all of it, but hopefully it covers enough that I won't have problems. I'm probably gonna come back at this and say, oh my gosh, gophers. All right. So, that has most of it covered. All right, you ready to put some soil in? I know, you're being a love bug. Honey, move. Alright, I just happen to have the potting soil already. I was going to use it for something else. And then I just realized, oh wow, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to protect from gophers, and light is not lasting very long after work these days. So, this is what we're going with. Alright. Doesn't fill up the whole area, but that's okay. It fills up all the area that is protected. And I will be right back with some plants. No, you don't need to go in there. This is not a kitty box, okay? Honey. It's not for kitties. Alright, I did find my hori, so yay for that. Alright, pretty much all of these I expect to do well, except for maybe the rue. So all of these plants, once established, will be completely fine with zone 8B. That's where I am. And so they just need to get themselves established. And right now, the point of this, keep them alive, let them grow a little bit over the winter and get stronger. So that is the goal. So tell you what I have. I have a bunch of violas. These were like, I think they were $1. Yeah, they were $1 a piece at Home Depot. I like them. I think they're pretty. They can seed themselves and they're edible and they're tasty. So the orange ones, I think it might be this variety, but one of the orange varieties is my favorite flavor-wise. And I don't eat flowers straight from, well, okay, that's not true. I might try it, you know, in the store, but I generally don't eat the plants directly from the store. I wait until they kind of have a cycle through, because you never know what they're spraying on them, what they're fertilizing with, especially things like flowers that normally people don't eat, but these are good and they're edible. And I mean, people candy them, put them on cakes and all of that too. So so we have those. We have marjoram, and it's actually blooming. So that is actually blooming right now, and bees love marjoram. This is lemon balm, and lemon balm, once established, survives. It does die back in the winter, and so I expect it to, but I want to protect that one along with the rue. And this obviously is yellowed. It's supposed to be green. Yeah, it's losing its leaves. That's fine, but we want to see if we can keep this alive. And I'm not sure that I will, but this is a test. Winter savory is another one. So this will actually root along the stems as well. Most of these herbs will. And so winter savory will do great once established. I got 2 things of English thyme, and again, once established, it will do great. And you can get quite a bit of time from these. Plant them far apart once your regular planting spacing is available. Alright guys, this could be my favorite herb. It is hot and spicy oregano. I was not expecting to find it at the store. Most of these I got from the co-op, the Grange co-op, with the exception of the violas. And I found it, and I love these. This is the first plant I planted at my old property. So, have I planted anything? Can it be the first plant I plant here? Well, that's except for the garlic, which I planted like directly behind me across the road. But this will be my first permanent plant planted. I don't think I planted anything yet. All right, guys, this is gonna be first plant planted. Hot and spicy oregano. And garlic chives, also known as Chinese chives. These are a bulb, so they did look much more healthy than they do now, but that's fine. Each one of these little stems goes to, each one of these little stems goes to a bulb. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 in there. So I'm gonna put it in as a clump right now and watch them grow. I think several of these, when it got all that rain and I just had them out, the nutrients drained out of them. I think that's what happened. But this is French tarragon. It is yellow right now. It is supposed to be green, and it still smells kind of like it. But yeah, it's in need of some nutrition. So French tarragon is awesome, and it's going in here. These were all on sale, which is cool. It's one more, and it's actually grown quite a bit, and since I've had it, and this is culinary sage. Culinary sage is wonderful, and I have a recipe. I'll put a link up here. I think I called it dessert leaves or something like that, but it's really, really tasty if you cook it in butter. Anyway, that's going in the ground. I'm gonna put these in here, and so I know where to plant them. Plant this guy first. Put this guy in the corner. And they're gonna be a little crowded, but that's fine. So because the rue and the lemon balm are going to be my most sensitive plants, I'm gonna try and put them in the middle so they'll have plants around them. This is gonna get big, and the sage is gonna get big, so I'm gonna put that in the corner, I think. I don't think these really need to go in here, but I'm going to. I'm just gonna plant those after the other ones. Now I'll be able to identify all these anyway. If not, I'll look back at the video. But I'm gonna plant these, put these tags in when I put these in. Anytime you have a plant that's coming out of a container, you want to make sure the roots aren't root bound on the bottom. And this looks very wet. I don't think I'm even going to water any of these. I think they just need nutrients. I will kind of water in. I have to water it in because the soil is a little dry, but I'm not going to over water it. So put that in there. There's my hot and spicy oregano. I think officially the first thing I planted. Winter savory. See, there's roots going around the outside. We just want to make sure we loosen them up just a little. Ordinarily I would be putting mycorrhizae in here, but I'm just not doing it this time. But you can see how that's all loose now. And again, this is temporary planting I'm doing here. Marjoram. Actually going to point the vegetation of this, because it's going one way. I'm going to point it towards the rue to hopefully kind of live mulch it. Alright. This is thyme, rue. I'm going to put the other thyme right here. I'm actually going to make that go over it a little bit. I think that'll give it a lot of protection. Being protected from either side. And this might just look funny, but it is actually doing something. It is actually giving it some support. Alright, lemon balm. And all of these herbs can be reproduced by cutting, Probably not this, that's by seed, but the rest of them by cutting is completely fine. Okay, I'm going to bring this in a little bit, lemon balm. Now, I've not planted in a cold frame before, have I? Is that true? No, I kind of made one once, but I haven't done it in a very long time, actually. All right. Now this one, you can see the roots are through the bottom, so we are going to have to probably mess up the roots a little, but if you, before you pull on it, if you kind of try and detangle these, I mean, look how much root that is. Then we can, yeah, look at that. That's pretty good. But you can see that is a little windy. So we're just gonna loosen it up just a little, make sure it's not root bound. What happens when root-bound plants are just planted in without anything else happening is their roots remember that shape and they continue to circle. So we want to make sure that they reach out to all the nutrients and then all the new soil that they're given. Alright, and actually I was going to put this in the corner, but since I know it's going to get taller, I think I'm going to put it further out. I'll put it over here. It'll protect the lemon balm a little bit. Because these guys are definitely cold hardy, the sages. Alright, so all I have left now is the garlic chives and the flowers. So I'm just going to throw the garlic chives in right here. So you can see they have lots and lots of roots. I don't really, well, do I want to separate them now? I'll separate them. Well, maybe a little bit. You just kind of wiggle it apart, but, well, I'm in it now. Alright, well, I'm going to leave it for now. I don't feel like dealing with it. And these can be planted pretty deep. You may also get bulbs of them before they start growing. And you can plant them like 3 inches deep, maybe. Okay, I'm going to plant some on this side to protect our lemon balm and our rue. The 2 plants we're trying to protect. So again, if you're planting these to stay there, I would plant, you know, further apart. But right now, my goal is to keep these guys alive, give them a little nutrition to grow, and then I'll transplant them when I think is appropriate or when I have the time. But this will baby them enough. Now you're gonna want to keep these. I know. There's so many of these. You guys probably have so many. But if you ever want to grow anything, you have a pot for it now. And I really like that because you don't have to go buy something. And if we don't have to buy something, then it saves you money. You can spend more money on plants. Or seeds, or whatever your goals are. So, we can clean this up a little and make them stacked all the same things all the same way, but this works. And that's how you do it. Okay, so all of these are planted now. I'm going to try and put on the tops. I haven't done this before, so we'll see how it works. And I think I'm going to water in the morning. I don't really want to water right now because I think it's supposed to freeze again tonight. I don't really want to I don't really want to start them off with like, hey, deal with this. So what I'll probably do is I will water them in the morning, or even maybe midday, and I don't know, share your thoughts on what I should or should have done. But that's what I'm going to do. There's enough room in here for more. I'll probably, next time I go to town, I'll probably grab a couple more bags of soil, or this is potting soil. You can use all sorts of stuff in here, but because I'm going to be using like newer starts or seeds in here, I am just going to use potting soil. It's nice and fluffy. It has, you know, good nutrients and all of that. So that's what I'm going to put in here for now. And that may change in later. You may see a video 3 years down the road and it's something different. Now the one challenge I might have with this is the deer and elk come through here. I tried to pick a spot that I think is out of their pathway, but I hope they don't kick it around. I hope they're not like going around in the dark and going, oh my gosh, there's something new here. So cross your fingers on that. All right, let's put the lid on. I'm fairly certain that this is the top because this bottom here is where it goes open. I'm not concerned that it's dusty. It's going to rain in a couple days. Nope. That is lip though. There we go. I think I got it in. All the way across to... Nope. Oh man. Ooh. Well, so I kind of got it situated. And I think that's how it's supposed to sit when it's supposed to be open. It just needs to be pushed down. Well, I latched it kind of. That was a struggle. Let's see if I can get this side. So there's like a very specific place this has to be. Aha, got it. Alright, so I got it together finally. This has a lip that has to cover throughout the whole thing on either side, and that's what holds it. So I know this isn't level, and that is okay. Like I said, this is temporary. And the purpose is right now to keep these plants alive, let them grow a little, let them get some nutrients, and then later to starts in them. I might seed them inside and then bring them out here to start. But this is basically a little greenhouse, and because the sun doesn't reach over here for much of the morning, much of the day, I think this is going to be important for starting plants, at least in the, you know, fall, winter, spring, you know, that darker time of night. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this gives you some ideas of using cold frame. You can use a piece of glass with some, with like a border of wood or anything like that. And basically anything that makes a little greenhouse, you can use. So, Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and like the video if you liked it, share it around, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.